10 things that Donald Trump did during his first 100 days back in office. We're going to talk about it because they had a whole celebration for it, and I don't think it's anything to celebrate. So, number one is firing hundreds of thousands of public employees. Okay. He's the first to ever do it. I've never heard of a president intentionally creating unemployment, like intentionally driving those numbers up. I don't understand it, but that's what he's doing. Yeah, because the unemployment rate got to be at a sky all-time high right now because he done fired so many people. Number two, withholding federal funds for programs like cancer research, food assistance, and Head Start, which is stuff that the working class need on a regular basis. Everybody need that cancer research to keep going, but food assistance and Head Start, especially, how parents gonna go to work if their kids don't have proper child care that they can afford, or free at that, because daycare is at an all-time high. Number three is the lawless removal of people. Zero process. They just take them. They just take them, including infants, toddlers, and cancer patients. They just deporting people with no process. There certainly is supposed to be a process for deporting people, but there's no process. They just taking people. That is traffic. I'm gonna shut up. Number four, the tariffs. We got to talk about the tariffs because he launched a global trade war. Global. I'm talking about he got us beefing with everybody, and we not a part of the beef, y'all. If y'all see this in other countries, we not a part of it. We don't want no problems. Number five, ignoring a Supreme Court order. Isn't that illegal? But then again, why should he care? He has 34 felonies, so he don't really care about the law that he's trying to uphold. Duh. Number six, switching sides during the war. Oh my God. This is not talked about enough because the U.S. was back in Ukraine, right? And then now he all up Putin ass. Like, how we riding with Ukraine, giving Ukraine money to goddamn wham wham on Putin, and then you switch sides like that. How can y'all trust somebody who just switched sides so easily like that? I don't understand. Number seven, the Department of Defense mayhem. That itself, that deserves a whole nother video because it's just, that is a lot. Okay. Number eight, destroying Social Security. Okay. And I know people like, oh, he's not removing Social Security. He's doing something worse. He is removing staff and closing buildings. How can your Social Security get processed if there's no one to process it? There's no office for them to process it at, which means nobody's working. How will you get your payments? Think about it. Number nine, adding trillions of dollars to our debt by giving tax cuts to the wealthy. Why do they need tax cuts when they want making the money? They just trying to keep the rich rich and keep the poor poor. And I'm quite frankly tired of it, okay? And last but not least, number 10, cutting trillions in healthcare. And by him, a lot of people are like, oh, that don't matter. No, cutting off Medicare, Medicaid, things of that nature. This shut down wealthy people too, because y'all think it don't affect y'all, but it definitely does, because hospitals in rural areas will have to close because if there's nobody if Medicaid and Medicare is not paying for the policies, how is the hospital going to get paid? I told y'all it all works together. Okay. Doctors will have to close their practices because if your patients don't have health care and they can't come see you, how will you make your money? Okay, well, let's see what the next 100 days got to hold because this is crazy.